Hey guys, DC here again, this time with another short video. I'll be talking about my low budget mobile welding rig, which has cost me about half, if not less, of what I would have paid for if I bought all top name brand equipment. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with those top name brands, but not all of us can afford to buy that equipment, especially when we're just starting off or just barely learning how to weld. Today I'll be showing you guys my Klutch 230Si multi-process 200 amp welder. This is a MIG, stick, TIG, and aluminum spool gun welder. It's capable of welding aluminum, but only with the spool gun feature, not with TIG. Now I'm gonna get a little sidetracked here, but I think this is a great tip for beginner welders who can't afford brand new equipment. OfferUp. Yes, OfferUp is a great place to buy used welders and equipment. To tell you the truth, almost all my equipment and tools I bought off this app, and definitely got my money's worth. My clutch welder, for example. It's the older model, but brand new. This costs around $700 to $1,000, depending on the model. I bought this for $300, and no, it didn't have all the add-ons like the TIG torch or regulators, but it came with the MIG gun, a stick welding lead, and the spool gun. And I got the chance to test it out before I bought it as well. Here are a few tips for buying almost anything on OfferUp or Craigslist, but in this case, welding equipment. Always try and get a home address from the person selling. It shows honesty and lets you know they got nothing to hide. Next, always test the product, whether it's a generator, a welder, or something like a drill. Always test before you buy. If you're unfamiliar with the product, take someone who knows a little bit more about it. Maybe they could help you out to see if it works or not, or if it's a good deal or not. Make sure everything is included with what you bought or with what you agreed to buy. Last, to get the best deals on there, I recommend checking it as often as possible because the best deals do not last long on there at all. But other than that, OfferUp is a great place to buy, even sell equipment, and sometimes you can even get job offers from the people you meet on there. Okay, so back to the point. Although this is a multi-process welder, I'll be focusing on the gas MIG process only today. You can also use flux core with this welder. You just need to flip the roller to the knurled side and you're good to go. Wire, I use 030 Lincoln ER70S from Home Depot, mainly because Harbor Freight is always sold out of it. Hard wire is so called because of the copper coating around the wire, which makes it harder to cut. Unlike flux core, which is soft due to the flux inside the core, it makes it easier to cut. Today I'll just be welding a couple beads on a 1/4 inch plate, so you can see how the machine runs on my go-to settings. My homemade 200 amp power adapter, I'll leave a link below on how I made that. Now the gas I use is straight CO2 and not 75-25, which is 75% Argon, 25% CO2. I'm not sure if many of you know this, but it's cheaper and it gets the job done. If you have an Argon regulator, you can use it on a CO2 tank, but you will need a female adapter like this one. You're probably better off buying a regulator for each tank, but if that's all you got to work with, it'll do just fine. I'll leave a link below for the adapter. Now this generator is not necessarily low budget, but the reason I bought it is because my old 4,000 watt generator was stolen from my truck. If not for that reason, I would still be knocking out jobs with it to this day. I bought my 4,000 watt Predator generator off OfferUp for $200 and it lasted well over 3 years. Simple routine and carburetor maintenance will extend the life on any machine, and a cover won't hurt to keep it from fading. This 6,500 watt generator is a bit more pricey, but I got to say I'm extremely satisfied with its performance and the power it puts out. Other than that, I think I covered my whole mobile setup. Now let's fire it up and do some welding. Now my go-to settings for this machine are from 6 to 7 on the voltage and 5 to 7 on wire speed. A good rule of thumb for these machines in general is whatever number you have set for voltage should be a little less or the same for the wire speed. Example, if you're on 5 for voltage, you want to be around 4 or 5 for wire speed. I've been using this Klutch welder for about 3 years now, and it hasn't failed me yet, knock on wood. Of course, there are plenty of other brands out there for good price and good performance, but so far I've only had the chance to run this Klutch brand and the Yes Welder brand. I'm thinking about picking up another MIG machine so I could use for just flux core. I believe using flux core for tacking can help save a lot on argon and CO2 in the long run. If you guys have used any other low budget welding brands out there and had a good experience with it, feel free to tell us about it in the comments. Never know if someone out there might be interested. Thank you guys again for watching and supporting my channel. I'll try my best to upload more content, and feel free to request any ideas for future videos. I'll try my best to deliver. Any questions or concerns, I will try and get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks again, and until next time, peace.